Good morning, kindergarten. Today we're going to learn a new letter. Today's letter is letter C. This is letter C. So C is a letter in the alphabet, and we know that every letter makes a sound. Letter C says K. C says K. Let's sing our song together. C says K. C says K. Every letter makes a sound. C says K. C says K. C says K. Every letter makes a sound. C says K. Very good. Now we're going to practice writing the letter C. If you look at it, you notice that it almost looks like a circle, but it doesn't close all the way. So let's practice air writing the letter C in the air. Get your finger up in the air. We're going to practice writing the letter C. We'll do uppercase C first. And you can notice that upper and lowercase C are exactly the same. One's just a little bit bigger than the other. Okay, so let's do uppercase C first. Ready? Around, but don't close the circle all the way. So we have a little chant we can say when we write the letter C. It goes, cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. Do it with me. Cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. All right, let's do lowercase c, just a little bit smaller. Cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. All right, like the cars are cruising on curvy C. There's no straight lines on curvy C, is there? All right, let's look at how to write the letter C on paper now. C says K, C says K. Every letter makes a sound, C says K. All right, we're gonna write the letter C on our paper a couple of times before we look at some objects that begin with letter C, okay? So we're gonna write uppercase C first. Uppercase C touches top and bottom. So this is the top line, this is the bottom line, and the dotted line is the middle of our road, okay? So we're gonna, cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. Curvy C, all the way to the bottom for uppercase C. If we closed our circle, that would be an O, wouldn't it? So we don't want to close our circle completely. And then lowercase c touches the middle and the bottom. Okay, just don't close your circle all the way. Cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. So you go all the way to the bottom for your upper and lowercase c. Let's practice again. Cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. And our lowercase c goes to the middle and the bottom. They're just alike. One touches the top and your lowercase letter touches the bottom, or the middle and the bottom. One more time, we're gonna practice. Cars can cruise down curvy C, stop near the ground, that's it you see. And our lowercase c from middle to bottom. Curvy line, letter C. Let's sing our chant again. C says K, C says K. Every letter makes a sound, C says K. Very good. All right, we're gonna read a story now that has some C words and pictures in it. This is my letter C book. And on the front of the book, you see a cat. C, K, cat. Let's say write the letter C. C, K, cat. Cat begins with the letter C. All right, we're gonna read this book together. And if you notice some words, you can read it with me at home. I see a cat. It starts with C. Cat begins with C. C says K, and cat begins with C. I see a carrot. It starts with C. C, K, carrot. I see a car. It starts with C. C, K, car. I see a cookie. It starts with C. C, K, cookie. I see a cupcake. It starts with C. C, cupcake. I see a cake. It starts with C. C, cake. What else starts with C? Can you think of any other items at your house that starts with C? Look around your house and see if you can think of anything that starts with C. Remember that C makes the sound K, so it has to be something that starts with the sound K. See if you can think of anything. Very good. All right, so now we're going to look at some items, and you're going to tell me whether these items begin with the letter C. I'm going to prop it up right here. Or if they do not begin with C. If these items do not begin with C, we're going to put them over here because on this one I have an X on the letter C. That means they do not begin with the letter C. So I've got a bag full of all kinds of items. I'm going to pull them out and you help me decide at home whether these items begin with C or not. Here's my first item, a cat. Does cat begin with C? Cat. Do you think it starts with C? Very good. Cat starts with C, so I'm going to put it over here with our C. Good job. Our next item is a pumpkin. Pumpkin. Does that start with letter C? No, I don't think so. So our pumpkin's going to go over here. Good job, boys and girls. Oh, what is this? Crayons. Crayons. Does that start with C? Crayons. Do you think that starts with letter C? Does it go with C or not C? Very good. It goes over here with our cat because crayons and C both start, or crayons and cat both start with letter C. Good job. Here's our next one. Barbie. 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 Does that start with C? No, I don't think so. It starts with B, doesn't it? Cup. Cup. Does that start with letter C? Cup. Very good. It does start with C. It's going to go on this side. Good job. Book. 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 Does that start with C? No, it does not. It's going to go over here, isn't it? What about a camera? Camera. Does that start with letter C? Very good. That camera does start with letter C, doesn't it? What about a spoon? Spoon. Does that start with C? Nope, it does not. That starts with a sound, doesn't it? What about paint? Paint. Does that start with C? Nope, it does not. Good job, boys and girls. What about candle? Candle. Does that start with the C sound? Candle. Yes, it does. So I'm going to put it over here with our C. Very good, boys and girls. All right, don't forget to listen to our Jack Hartman song about letter C and the C sound. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.